I'm Sajid and welcome back to my channel Sai Tech Korean. Today we'll try to talk about the top 5 major issues which I am facing with the IQ7 device, as you can see friends. And if you are planning to buy the IQ7 smartphone, or if you already have the IQ7 smartphone, this will be really helpful for a lot of other users. So make sure to comment below if you have the same kind of problems with your device, so that will be really helpful even for me to understand how many users are facing, and even for the new people as well, they'll get to know what are the problems with this mobile phone. So here's the exact model which I'm trying to use in this video for the demonstration, as you can see friends. So I'll try to talk about the top 5 issues and which is really bothering me even till today. And I'm using the phone for about, I think, close to 17 days of usage, and from the day 1 to day till now there are a couple of software updates did come. I think 2 software updates, and they did fix couple of issues but not completely friends. The first major issue which I am really suffering and which is really concerning is the Wi-Fi issue. So right now friends, my phone, the IQ7 smartphone, and my router is of 2.4 gigahertz, and that can give up the speeds of close to 93 Mbps. I'm not sure for what reason this IQ7 smartphone is only detecting the off speed. The transmit link speed is only detecting maximum 72 Mbps, not much. So now you're seeing 58 Mbps, as you can see friends, but not much. So this is resulting in the very low speeds of the Wi-Fi. So even though my Wi-Fi is completely capable of giving 93 Mbps, but this phone is not taking at all. This phone, the maximum it's going only 44 Mbps friends. That is a Wi-Fi issue, is seriously concerning me. But for some users, if they are having the 5 GHz network, if you connect to the 5 GHz, there will be not any kind of problem. So you may think like there is a problem with your router, not with the phone. But the thing is that other smartphones like OnePlus 9R and the Mi11X device, they are showing transmit link speed of 150 Mbps. So OnePlus 9R and the Realme X7 Pro as well, and the Mi11X as well. I did a video friends on those Wi-Fi issues. So I'm not sure all the devices which I'm having right now with the premium and smartphones, they are showing transmit link speed with the same router 150 Mbps, but not this phone. I'm not sure is there any problem with the software issue. I'm not, as you can see, it's going only 72 Mbps but not more than that. If you have the 5 GHz network, no problem, no issues. But the people like me and the users like me who are having the 2.4 gigahertz and single band routers, they will definitely experience low Wi-Fi speeds. So that is my case. If other phones are not showing that 150 Mbps, then I would have been not even recognized or noticed at all. But right now other phones are showing high speeds and this phone is not showing. That is what is bothering me a lot even till now. That is what is bothering me friends, because every time I download the games in this phone, it takes about 2 minutes and 3 minutes. In the OnePlus 9R it takes 55 seconds, 50 seconds, that's it. Even in the Mi11X as well. So that is another thing to notice. There's a major issue for me. So next is that 4G place. So for me right now, I did get the 4G place. There is no problem at all friends. The IQ7 phone is able to get the 4G place, but not everywhere. So if you are living in the metropolitan city, that's no problem, that's another case. But if you are living in the town and the 4G place, sometimes it cannot reach inside the homes and in the closed buildings as well. That is the reason. So right now in my studio, I am not able to get the 4G place. As you can clearly see friends, there is no 4G place at all. I'm not getting the 4G place. But if I use same SIM card in plenty of other smartphones, they are receiving the 4G place, but not this phone. So if you don't believe me my words, you can check my video which is epic 4G place comparison. So try to check this video friends, you will clearly understand. Rest of the 4 devices, they did show the 4G place except this IQ7 device. But if I go outside my house, it definitely will show the 4G place. There is no doubt in that. The phone supports the 4G place. That is not my problem. But it's not very strong. It's not very stable. It's not everywhere. That is a major problem. But if you live in the metropolitan city, as I said, it's another case. But there is another thing which is really bothering me. If you ask me what is the different speeds you are experiencing, if I do the speed test with this 4G, sometimes I'll be getting about 5 Mbps, sometimes 10 Mbps. So let me try to do the speed test now, because just before this video I did upload a speed test video friends using the 4G plus. I'll try to show you the what are the results I got with that test. So right now I'm getting about 10 Mbps, but if I get the 4G plus signal, I will get close to 35 Mbps. As you can see friends, 3 times speed I am right now losing just because of using the IQ7 smartphone. If I use Mi11X device, I will get really good speeds. OnePlus 9R, no problem. In this location, in the closed environment, that is what I'm trying to say, 9.5. If I do the 4G plus, if I go outside and if I do the test, I'll get this kind of results. As you can clearly see friends, that is one major problem which is going on. Even till now I'm not sure whether it will be fixed or not, but this is another thing. So these are the connectivity is my major issue which is going on in this phone. That is what I did highlight in this video, starting with those problems only. So next is the charging speed. So charging speed is another major, which is not major problem but little bit kind of problem. It's kind of annoying for me because the phone has 66 watt fast charging, but still it takes close to 40 minutes of time. For some users, I am really very sad friends, for some users it's taking close to 1 hour and 55 minutes and 1 hour. So I did a video separately for those users who are actually facing that kind of problem, how to increase the charging speed. So make sure to check that video in case if you want to know how to increase the charging speed. I think just yesterday I did upload a video. So yeah, here is a video friends, how to increase the charging speed. Try to follow this one tip, that will definitely improve the charging speed. That is what I'm trying to do every time when I'm trying to charge. I'm using that kind of one trick that really helps my charging speed. So charging speed is another thing which really bothers me in this phone. So next is high temperature problem. So high temperature problem is not a major problem definitely friends, because if you want the performance you need to really compromise on the temperature and the battery life. I do understand, but this phone is really very aggressive that the performance is not at all compromised. The performance is not compromised. Performance will be always 100%. Doesn't matter how much stress you put, how much extreme conditions you take this phone, the performance will be top notch. But the temperatures are really increasing. So I'm really worried about the processor, whether it will be sustaining for the long time usability or not. Because other hand, the Mi11X has got really all-round performance, where the performance will be really bit kind of decreased, but that will definitely result in low temperatures, less battery draining as well. That is a thing which I did notice in the OnePlus 9R and in the Mi11X mobile phones as well. Usually in the other phones also, as soon as the temperature increases, the performance will decrease. But for the first time I am seeing in my so many years of experience, this IQ7 has got extreme performance, but that is resulting in a lot of high temperatures. So I did get to know that kind of test, unless I do this kind of testing, which is a 3D benchmark test, where the temperature increased to 48 degrees. But the stability is really good, 99%. Even after doing this kind of testing, other phones they went up to 65 and 85, but this one is 99%. So you can understand there itself the performance is really good, but the temperature is really high. That is what my worry is, that might cause some damage for the CPU and the GPU for the long time usability. That is the reason why I thought of highlighting that kind of point here itself. But one more annoying thing is that while using the phone, the performance is not compromised when the temperatures are high. While charging, if you're charging the device, if the temperature is really high, the slow charging will problem occur at that time. So when the temperatures are really high around the phone, the charging will be really slow in this phone, in the IQ7 device. That is what I did observe. If the temperature goes above 35 degrees and 37 degrees, this phone cannot charge fast, and I cannot charge fast. It can charge fast, but the time will take a lot more. That is what I'm saying. It can charge fast, but it will take, for example, if it takes in normal temperature close to 35 minutes, with the high temperatures it will take 45 minutes. So there is a little bit difference, but not much. That is what I'm trying to explain here. And the final problem, which is the green tint issue. So yes friends, green tint issue is kind of really bothering me even now. I did receive the update as well, which is a second update which I have received. Let me try to show you. I think which is first update, I'm not sure. So yeah, this is the first update which I have received regarding the display. Optimize the display details of some interfaces to provide you better visual experience. As you can see, display and brightness, something related to the display has been I got the update, but after that little bit got problem solved. But if you want to know more details, try to check this videos friends. Just type in the YouTube green tint SciTech Guru, you'll get all my videos. You can check one by one. So let me try to demonstrate one sample green tint problem. What is actually green tint? It looks in this IQ7 device. See this kind of green tint problem, you need to first enable the dark mode and turn off the lights around the room, and then decrease the brightness. Then you will be able to see the dark mode. So let me try to do those kind of things right now. Let me try to turn off the studio lights and slightly even the one more light. Let's see whether it is visible or not. I think we need complete darkness. As you can see friends, clearly on the top of the notification panel you'll be able to see this kind of green tint issue whenever I scroll down, as you can see clearly. So try to use in this mode, try to switch off all the lights and try to use the dark mode and try to decrease the brightness, come to close to 10% or 5%. Then observe this top area. I'm not worrying about the flickering issue, but I'm worrying about this green tint problem which is available right now, as you can clearly see, friends. So when I try to increase the brightness, let me try to increase the brightness and show you. So now it looks kind of gray color, normal color, as you can see. Not much problem, not much problem, not much. And when you try to decrease the brightness close to 10%, then you will see. If I try to decrease completely to 0, you won't see any problem, but only you will be seeing around 10% of the brightness. This is a sweet spot for the green tint. Let me show the another application, which is a Google Chrome application mainly. So in the Google Chrome application as well, little bit you can find out if I try to slightly increase the brightness and show you. So even this kind of flickering, sometimes it does make a problem. As you can see right now, you'll be able to see this kind of green tint around the display, which is happening right now. So this flickering you will be able to see only in the camera, friends. So right now I'm not bothered with the flickering issue, but with the green tint problem which is available right now. So mostly the notification panel is the worst case where you will be seeing most of the green tint problem in the notification panel. So right now in the YouTube application as well, you will be able to see this kind of green tint in the YouTube application around this kind of area, as you can see, friends, clearly. After watching, you would have got a clear idea of how much the green tint problem is. So I'm not saying this issue will be there in every IQ7 device. So these are the issues which I found in my smartphone, in my unit only, friends. I'm not sure why all the problems came in my unit, but these are the few problems which I thought of just mentioning to you, most of the people. So in case if you are facing this kind of problem, so make sure to comment below, friends. And few of the things which can be fixed, like green tint issue, maybe the software update, it can be fixed. And the Wi-Fi problem also can be fixed, maybe. So 4G signals, I'm not sure whether it can be fixed with the software update, I'm not sure. Even the charging speed also can be fixed. So I'm still waiting for the software updates to fix this kind of issues. So let's see how well the IQ team will be cooperating with us in terms of fixing this kind of issues. So thank you for watching this video, friends, and make sure to comment below definitely what issues you are facing. So that will be really helpful even for me as well. And in case if you're planning to buy the smartphone, so make sure to use my links in the description below. That will be really helpful, friends. So thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next video, friends. Until then, see you soon. Stay safe. Bye.